done a lot of good work on that, I could tell.
It's the cupping and the I have to keep reminding cup and bounce.
I was just going to say the cup part, because some of the notes you're doing a little bit of this, but it's a huge improvement. Now, well, let's do it together, and we are going to cup our hands, and we're going to pinpoint exactly where we want to be in between our thumbs, because remember there's like tunnel fingers, and the good news with this is what? That your thumbs are meeting in between long, short tunnels, right? So it's a very uniform scale. I want to do the three forms with you, and we really are going to cup our hands in the soft range, okay? We're down here. Here's the beat. Okay, try that. Super. You got a little bit edgy at the end, but, but that was a better sound. I mean, I wasn't even looking. Whatever you did with your cupped hands was working. Let's come back down again, and we're not going to get anxious just because we're coming toward the end. I'm all ready, and breathe. Yeah, you have to breathe. It's all about the breath. Okay, now we go.
Do you think that's why I'm so anxious by the end of it?
Well, I think a lot of people think, well, I did it really good, and now it's coming to the end, and they start getting a little bit like that. I mean, I find myself doing it. You have to like really breathe bigger breaths as if that's the place you're vulnerable. Then you breathe broader breaths. It stops you from racing. Okay? So we're gonna do it again. Just coming down, and breathe. See, that was perfect.
Yes.
Makes a huge difference. Let's do the same thing with the harmonic. And breathe, 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 especially at the end. Yeah, the top and at the these are the most vulnerable places for students is getting to the top. They're already worried about it. They're going to go around the corner, and they get nervous. Or at the end, they start. And so in the middle, it's usually okay. We're going to do it again. I really record my breathing, because if I'm really playing well, I am breathing very naturally, but nice big breaths. And yum. Breathe. Good. Now let's do the melodic. We can start. And yep. Yeah, as you can say, breathe means to stretch it out. It simply means stretch it out, and don't get all like that. Okay, that was much better. Now, how is your contrary motion doing? Musical. It was more musical.
I keep losing the left hand pattern.
Oh, remembering to feel the triple blacks going up, and then take two of the three blacks away going down, right? Yeah. How about the arpeggio?
Okay.
Arpeggio. The very first note is the most important. It can kind of like be very casual, or it can be part of a roll-in. And I really say roll into. Roll, be centered. You got to say, where do I want to hear? Roll into, roll into, roll into, back and then swing around, loop around, loop around, double it, two double it, three double it, four double it, back a lift. Can we double that? Double. Wait, can we do this? It's not a big deal. It's again when I was telling the other student. If you're very relaxed and your heart rate is all like, is doing its thing, you're just in meditation world, why should you go in a fast beat and change that heart rate? The heart rate shouldn't go faster just because your arms are swinging through. Do you mean it's not like you're on a treadmill? Because if you're just going, is that much energy? It's really not a lot of energy, is it? I have presence of mind when I do it. Now, if I start getting all anxious and breathing faster, I'm just going to, fall. It's going to fall apart, right?
Yeah.
But it's not drawing on your energy to the point that you're, it's strenuous.
Right.
Okay,
it just
so
seems.
It does, because it's a psychological.
daunting,
It's a psychological state of mind. Okay, we're going to go from this roll-a-lee to double-lee, toodle-lee. Okay, so roll-a-lee, toodle-lee, three-do-lee, four-do-lee, back-o-lee, oodle-lee, three-do-lee. Breathe, double-lee, toodle-lee. Wait, but you went faster than you. So yeah, you were right. So it's just double-lee, toodle-lee, three-do-lee, four-do-lee, back-o-lee, toodle-lee, three-do. That's all it is. Let's get into that. Double-lee, toodle-lee, three-do-lee, four-do-lee, back-o-lee, toodle-lee, three-do-lee, four-do-lee. Breathe. See? Yeah.
Yes.
And after you do that,
I did hold my breath.
but you know the funny thing is, if it really comes out right, and you're kind of like on a crest of air, or on a floating air, you really should feel like a huge flush of well-being, because it's just like being in meditation. It's like it shouldn't be like like that. It's not like pain. When there's pain, there's gain. There's no pain here at all. It's just a matter of just being floaty. Floatily, yoodly, 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 roll around, ooh, 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 snippily. Breathe. All about the breath. That's what my theme is for today. It's about the breath. You have to find your breath as fast as not as fast as you can. Find your breath as slow as you can, even in a fast tempo. Yeah, let's go slower, because here again we want to get the baseline respiration. Oh, there's a perfect word. The baseline respiration, like I did with the other student. I said, we're pulling it all back, so you get back to your baseline pulse. So let's do this. Let's do that. Here we go. 4 octaves. Double the speed to double, stay present. Yeah, you got to stay very present. What I mean is, stay with your pulse and your respiration as it was before. Ready, but when you do, you're going to lighten your arms, and you're going to stay with your respiration as you've been doing it all along. And you know the notes. So we're going to go to breathe. There, you did it. I bet you thought you couldn't do that. Yeah, now for the staccato, you would just do your cupped staccato. Okay, slow it up to where you can control it, but breathe through it. Yeah. Like that. Breathe. Okay, now if that happens a lot, what we do is, we do some rhythms to free up your arms, and gives you a built-in hesitation or a built-in delay.
Right.
So we can do ta and forward, da-dee, then forward, da forward. It really let your arms just swing and swing and swing and swing. You're gonna try that. It loosens up your whole arm. Forward, da-dee, ba-dum. can swing this way, you can swing that way, any way you want, but swing. We want an even staccato. we really want to get that. It comes out of the legato. Right? Right? It's a snip staccato essentially. You can always alternate parts of your scale up and down in legato and then go into a staccato. Let's say you do one octave, you do in the 10th especially. Let's say you do one octave of 10th legato up and down, then go into staccato snip up and down, go back to legato snip, add an octave, 3 octaves, legato up and down, snip up. Let's try that. Okay, so we're going to do first 2 octaves up and down legato, 2 octaves staccato, and then we'll just go 3 octaves legato, 3 octaves staccato. Okay, back and forth. Here we go. 2 octaves. Here's what we're going to do. Then block. And then back to 3 octaves. Etc. Or you can keep doing 2 until you get it all stabilized. You can go 2 legato, 2 staccato, 2 legato, 2 staccato, until you feel really grooved. Okay, let's do that. Let it get swallowed up. Wait. Really breathe through it. Breathe a little. This is something you should do. Yeah, back and forth. Are newer to you, so don't be so hard on yourself. They're newer and they're harder in this one. This is not an easy 10th because you're starting 3-1 and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's I think what throws me off.
It's
the 4/4, but I can do it parallel.
Yeah, because it's much more symmetrical parallel. It's much the parallel motion in this is because thumbs in between 2, 3, 4. This is not symmetrical at all, is it? No comparison to doing this, because this is right. The other one is not that way. It's just not. But I think rhythms is best for that because it's a fingering. Fours meet in one place. Yes, that's it. Fours meet. Nothing else.